Tonight on Cunt Watch. Person to watch.
For fuck's sake.
Will he survive or will he eat a potato?
I'll just kill someone.
Only time will tell.
There's a nice soundbite. I'll just kill someone.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, you're looking sick, and
Like malaria.
yeah, like your face looked like it lost 40 pounds from the Banksy exhibit.
I'll
just kill someone.
Yeah. I'm tired. I'm leaning out. I also feel like I'm gonna need the next 2 weeks, and it's gonna get nasty because like I gotta really, really fucking pick up cardio. Like I did a reload 2 days ago, so I kind of expect to be where I'm at. The challenge too, like, because I'm not eating any carbs, like not enough to do anything. You always look a little soft, like you're just. Your muscles are never full. Like your muscle glycogen's not there because there's literally no carbs, so you have no way of filling out. So I never look full. I never look like tight. It just always a little bit watery. That's why you got to watch the like less about how I look, but more about how much fat's coming off. But fuck, it's annoying. Everything frustrates me. Everyone frustrates me.
The reason for Cunt Watch. I think we just need to have a big old session where you just breathe.
Yeah.
All right.
Meg was looking at mouth noises on the internet and on the YouTube.
Yeah. On the YouTube. Good. That's one of the guys on the channel.
Right.
He calls it the YouTube guys. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Stop doing that. There was 3 million views on it.
Yeah.
Okay, dude, what the fuck's up with your face when you do that? See what I mean? I can't deal. Nope.
I think you're gonna murder 3 people. Contestant Jonathan Harvey has murdered 3 people. They weren't even on stage.
Yeah, well, hopefully they're the people that beat me if they do, and then I kind of by default win.
Don't think they'll compete after that.
I'm just saying for that particular show.
Until he goes to court, we're gonna play this.
Yeah, innocent until proven guilty. Not really sure what happened up there, sir. 12,000 people saw what happened. Not really too sure what happened up there. Not really too sure what happened up there, Tim. We're gonna go ahead and give him the award. Nice, looks good on you. Fuck.
This is the shit you dream about. This is it.
I actually dreamed about sliding headfirst into first base the other day.
Ow.
I'm good with sliding.
No, okay, head first.
Oh no.
And he's safe.
You're such a tool. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, I think we're both kind of out to lunch today. What with you wanting to murder me not wanting to get murdered.
Anyway, yeah, trying to get murdered. There's a good idea. What are you doing? You playing hide and go seek? Peekaboo?
Hoping you wouldn't see me.
Nice.
Yeah. So what's going on, man?
Well, I got a lot of shit happening, but everything's on the edge for me right now. Like, I had a bunch of deals that are right there.
Are they right there?
I'm kind of waiting on... I'm kind of waiting on a couple things to close out, unfortunately. So, I'm annoyed with that, but it's how it goes. Like, I might be a little bit quiet through the winter because of the city. I'm waiting on a few things, which isn't the biggest deal. I kind of expected it. I kind of got pinned to the wall with the zoning committee this time on the bonsai property, which I expect. None of it's detrimental, though. It's just annoying. Like, parking, proximity, GFA, stuff like that I'm just kind of like, ugh. I was hoping for a gift, and I did not get it. What are you doing? So there's that.
Hoping for a gift?
I was hoping for a bit of a gift, and then I pushed off one other property, assuming that one would move along a little quicker, but now it looks like there'll be some overlap. So winter will be like, I think we'll spend some time in the studio that we're putting together, do a lot more media stuff. Obviously, the 2 restaurants, might look for another one for a nacho bar, but the other 2 that I have on the go are going to be like probably New Year's start in the new year. So, I mean, that takes a bit of an adjustment mentally because so how I do business as an entrepreneur, or what I've learned over the years, is that every day you do stuff that helps you get towards a bigger goal. That's just humans. That's what we are. So if you're organized, then you've got a 6-month plan, which I often say is like a Jenga tower, and then you can break it down into, monthly increments or whatever the fuck it is. And every time something goes wrong, one piece gets pulled out of your 6-month plan. So little things can go wrong, but it doesn't affect your long-term play, right? But what happens is if enough pieces fall out of that tower,
the Jenga tower falls.
Yeah, but the thing is, months before it actually happens. So your 6-month plans always work out. That's why I like when shit doesn't go to plan. I know I'm a little frustrated with these shows, but I don't really get too rattled when stuff doesn't work out because I know all I'm going to do is I'm going to rebuild it, and then I'll be fine. That 6-month plan won't change. It's just right now, it looks like I'm kind of that's happening. Things are getting shaken up a little bit. Where okay, this one's getting pushed off, the other one got pushed off. Everything's signed, everything's organized. We have these places, but it might just take a couple extra months. The only benefit is I can spend a little more time in the restaurants we currently have. Maybe spend a bit of downtime through the holidays, which isn't usually my favorite fucking thing to do. And then just kind of work on other projects, I guess. But it's just like in my mind, I have to sort of rebuild. I have to see what that 6-month tower looks like again because it had a very different look to it last week. That's all.
It's got holes in it.
Fucking can't drink a coffee.
Yeah, that's all right.
Everything gets stuck in my beard. It's so long that everything just gets stuck in it now.
We thought about shaving it.
No, I'm gonna shave next week, brah.
We're shaving next week. So on next week's, we're shaving.
Right.
What's next week? Oh, yeah, next week. Oh, wait, yeah, wow. Next week, we're gonna up Joe Rogan and Elon Musk, and we're gonna do a pile of cocaine.
Only when it's legal.
Yeah, we're gonna do cocaine when it's legal. Sorry. Yeah. When's it legal?
You know what? It's kind of a moving target. I remember it was supposed to be legal like a long time ago. Then it was going to be July 1st, and then it was going to be October 1st. Now it's like October 17th. I wonder if they just think that the stoners are just not paying attention. The date keeps moving. They're like, it'll never happen.
Speaking of not paying attention, I just said we were going to do a pile of cocaine on the show, and you said, well, let's wait till it's legal. And I said,
oh, sorry. Freudian. I thought you were talking about weed, because that's what's becoming legal. And also, that's what Elon Musk just smoked, like a boss. Did you hear the shit he's in right now? Probably not.
I'll never read Archie comics, right?
I like the pictures.
What happened to the Elonist?
He had to step down as the CEO of Tesla, and he got fined $20 million by the SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission.
For the flamethrowers?
No, they weren't flamethrowers. They're not flamethrowers. What happened was I read an article that was somewhat biased, and everybody. I hate when people have this opinion that they just want to pin someone great to the wall because they think it helps them. Oh well, I'm going to call this guy this because then it'll be like disruptive, or it'll be like something. It'll stand out. You know what I mean? Anyway, they're like, he basically said, "Oh, I've got money for this from investors," and I guess he didn't have it. But the guy's got his own fucking money. So what they're saying is it's sort of like. The word they used is fraud. I think that was a wrong word to use. And I think it was way over the top. Because the thing is like this. If I tell you that, hey, all these people have put in, their $20 million into this project, but I've got $20 million in my pocket, does it really matter if they put it in? Because I'm going to put it in anyway.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have put it in.
No, but the thing is, to avoid a charge being kicked out of, not being kicked out, but having to step down, and I don't know all the facts, so I may skew them a slight bit, but just based on the article I read, I was a little annoyed that this is how he was kind of painted. But, I mean, I think he got ahead of himself. I think he thought something was a done deal, and I think he said that it was before it was. I think that's all it was. Because, honestly, having to step down from Tesla as the CEO is not good for Tesla. But it's okay. He'll still operate from a distance, I'm sure. But the other thing, a $20 million fine from the SEC is not huge either. It's not $600 million and 2 years in jail. So I think it was basically chalked up to hey, you can't do that. I know it was a misunderstanding, but here's your slap on the wrist. It's just annoying. Like, why don't people spend more time trying to help this guy become even better because of what he does for the human fucking race?
I feel like eventually you could just take a left turn and be like, I have a lot of control right now. I could just fuck everything up if I wanted to. Fuck all you guys. I'm moving to Mars and you're all dead. Kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like...
I just feel like almost like... I think everything he does is great, but at the same time, there's like 1% of me that's like, the fuck could he do to us if he wanted to? That guy crazy. I mean, it's not good you live your life that way, but it's all, at the same time, it's like, you see him on that podcast with Joe Rogan, and you're like, that guy is a fucking lunatic.
Rogan's awesome.
No, not Rogan. Elon Musk. The way he talks and thinks, you're like, What's going on out there? I feel like there's a little alien.
What I like,
Little alien.
Yeah,
kind of remotely working him.
Where's that from?
Like Sims. Well, that's actually from Men in Black.
Nice.
But I was talking about like from like outer space, dog. Like someone up there just playing him like a Sims character.
You know what the thing with me that I like about him is I feel like he gives billionaires a new look. And I think it's one of those things where it's not the kind of billionaire I'll ever be, but it's the kind of billionaire where you got a guy that's creative. He's really, really good at engineering. That's really that's the thing. He even said, he goes, people are confused. They think I'm some sort of business magnate. But he's like, I'm an engineer. Like what he does is he engineers shit all the time. And what fascinates me is that he's good at every type of engineering. He's just highly intelligent and he's just good at what he does. Great. But I found it interesting just to listen to the way he spoke. It's almost like he's on the spectrum a little bit. Like he's just but his understanding and his emotional intelligence are very good as well. So I don't know. I thought it was sort of a breath of fresh air to see a guy that's done so well for himself, but truly does not. It's like if you were listening to him talk about his Tesla, it's like he doesn't care about the money. He doesn't care about the politics, the bureaucracy, the bullshit. He's just like fascinated. He's like a kid in a candy store, but he's an adult playing with as an engineer. He loves it so much. He's like the Tesla dances to Arabesque #1 or something like that when it's in park.
It dances?
It will dance. When you play Arabesque #1 or some sort of I think that's what it was, or another classical song, the car will dance. Why? Because I thought it'd be cool. Awesome answer.
What?
Yeah, man. He said little Easter eggs. That's what he says. It's full of little Easter eggs, the Tesla. Now I just want a Tesla.
Everyone wants a Tesla.
Well, he's like, it's the coolest thing to drive. He's like, it's so awesome. But I just like him. It's like, you know how you support or buy into like Apple or something like that, or like a product or a service, whatever it is, you kind of associate with the brand. I very much associate with him. I just like him. I think he's fascinating. I think he's one of the things that's right with the world. There's not a lot of other things, but I think he's great. You know, you get a guy that's this big business magnate, and he's a huge CEO and all this other stuff, and you know, he just I feel like he goes against the grain a little bit. I like it.
I feel like you guys would go against the grain together nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's cute. Yeah, guy's great. Apparently he's a little shifty.
He married the same girl twice.
I mean, I've been there.
See,
no, I know.
I'm pretty sure he divorced her twice.
So now he's not married.
He's not married. Yeah, but I mean, what?
When the pussy's too good.
Like, why would you do what?
I guess
people don't change.
Well, people do change.
I'm a big believer that your neurolinguistics with someone is very cemented. It is a very challenging thing to change because both sides need to make a change.
Yeah, you need to talk about it.
But
you need to do something that's talked
right,
about.
but the problem is a lot of times you fall back into old habits because it's like you laid all this groundwork, and even though you pile new shit on top, as soon as you cut through it, you get right back to the foundation of what your neurolinguistics were like. So you'll often get the same response from people once you wear them down, or they become emotionally exhausted, or just revert back to the way they are. It's like, I almost think neurolinguistics are like a reaction. You know, it's like when someone does something and something bangs or there's a loud noise, some people are turn and run. I put my hands up. It's just a reaction. You know, it's like if something bad is happening, I run towards the issue. It's internal. It's a reaction. I don't make the choice like, what do I want to do here? I just whoop. I feel like a lot of neurolinguistics are very similar, where you may think you may, unless you're in like the high conscious part of your mind where you're in complete control and you're very stable emotionally, you can really pick and choose. But once you wear down that or break down that wall or whatever it is, I feel like it's almost a pure reaction. Like you have to rework your entire relationship, like habitually, like all the little things that you have habits with. I think it's very, very challenging. I think it's very, very challenging. I mean, you and I, we mix pretty well, but you and I still butt heads. Even though, like, we don't see each other as much, we don't live together, you know, we both do our own thing, we get along, but at the same time, like, half hour ago, we kicked shit out of each other. We still butt heads, right? Because that neurolinguistic relationship that you and I have that's pre-existing, once we wear down that first layer of, no, we're good, it's like, well, fuck you. You know, and it's interesting because the reason I say this is I have a bit like the case study for me is that over the last 3 to 5 years since I got back from Cayman, really I'd say so 2014, I've introduced myself to a lot of new people. I've got to know a lot of people a lot better, and a lot of things that I do now are very entrepreneurial or business driven. So they only really know that side of me, and that side of me doesn't have a lot of the negative parts of growing up. You know, when you're working through your own emotions, your ego, you can be a bit of a pain in the ass, blah, blah, blah. I mean, other than I'm doing a show right now. But all of those neurolinguistic patterns that you and I had when we were young were a part of you and I both growing up. And as you get older and you mature and change, they're not there anymore. So anybody that's known me over the past 4 to 5 years really only knows the better parts. So they don't have the possibility.
But you did change.
For sure. Yeah. But
you only see me as a fucking 4-year-old. You're like, fucking cunt, idiot. Like, it's like, oh, it's hard. That's, you know, it's like some of those things. Just like sometimes the way you look at people, even though you've known them before.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is the pre-existing relationship is what clouds it.
Unless you actually are open-minded to the fact that people change. No,
I know I'm agreeing with you that people change, but what I'm saying is that's sort of what I said. So what I said was you and I have a good relationship, but when we get worn down or emotionally tired or just pissy, we go back to our old fuck you, buddy, because that's what we used to be. You and I have the possibility for those neurolinguistics so that you and I can be 10 years old and 16 years old or 14 and 8 or whatever the fuck it is, you know? We can be that age again and we can disagree because we see it in each other. That foundation is there. Whereas with someone like Natha or A-Rod or Asari or these guys, they don't know, they don't have that relationship with me because that part of me doesn't exist since they've known me. So they don't ever have that ability to respond that way. So what I'm saying is when Elon Musk divorced his wife the first time, he should understand the foundational neurolinguistics that were existing are very hard to shake. So even though he's like, hey, you've changed, I've changed, but then as soon as they kick off and get into an argument, they go, I remember you from this time, and the neurolinguistics speak without you talking. They go, oh, fuck you. Yeah. Now fuck you. And then away you go.
Yeah, so if A-Rod was late, he'd be like, oh, A-Rod, put your balls away, you goofy little bitch. And for me, you're like, what the fuck, man? Like, yeah, you said you were on time. What? No, obviously you're late, and you're late, and your balls aren't even that big or funny.
Yeah.
So that's like, you know, so for me that's like one.
But
of those
it's
things.
also
I'd rather just lay on the couch right now and talk to someone with a book and glasses because this is getting really emotionally hard for me.
So the problem that I have is,
and I can't deal with this anymore.
Here's the difference, though. Here's what you're not
Can't
considering.
What?
What you're not considering is,
yes.
If you were 25 minutes late to go work with Elena's dad, you wouldn't come in here with the same fucking attitude you do when you're 25 minutes late for me.
You don't really know me, though.
No, but I do. I do because you would respect the fact.
People, yeah.
But you would come in a different way. So then you would it goes both ways. If you acted a different way and said, hey man, I'm really, really sorry. Fuck, like I got stuck in traffic again, but it's my fault. I should have left earlier. My bad. I'll be here early to set up next time. You think I would have had any attitude? I'd been like, cool man, no worries, thanks. But you don't. You come in with your old attitude.
But if
then you get mine.
Yeah, but if I told her dad that I was using NOS to get there fast, I was like, well, that's a joke in itself. So when I get there, I'm going to be joking right away, dog. Not like, hey, guys, sorry I was late. Sorry I didn't let you guys know that I was
I don't even know if he understands the language you speak.
He has conversations with me all day.
Like talking to his dog. Fuck.
No. I'm more than a dog, okay?
All right, dog. Anyway, so there's my point. It goes both ways. The way you come into and the way you approach it and the way I approach it, that's the neurolinguistics is we both have that, well, fuck you. So that's what happens. But if it's, you know what I mean? So, and I do the same thing, even with A-Rod. Like if he comes in, I don't look at him that way. So I don't even have that option to have that switch because we don't have any of those pre-existing moments. That's all. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's like you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that, or I wouldn't do that.
Correct.
Like, it just wouldn't
It's for both. It's what I mean. Neurolinguistics, it's like a tango. You need both. You need two people to do it. That's what I'm saying. So that's also like, I recognize it, but it's still sometimes hard to bypass. What is happening to your face?
Oh, that's me thinking.
Can
you see the sparks?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. And also, yeah.
All right. Fucking nailed it.
What's going on these days? Oh, I don't know. Oh yeah, we're getting a studio. We're gonna up the fuck out of this podcast, boys.
Yeah, looks like I'm just closing out a studio space right now where we're gonna be doing music recording, sound stage, podcasts. Actually have a fucking office finally. Probably actually gonna do two recording studios in there, like a B and an A. Like the A will be a big one, the B will be kind of like whatever. Rehearsal space, and then just kind of like general lounge area. It's big. It's like 40, just under 4,100
have a
square
protein
feet.
bar.
Yeah.
We should do that. That'd be fun. We get a whole fridge full of like different kinds of protein. That would be actually really neat.
Yeah.
And then we just go back there every time. We're like getting a little frustrated, or like a little unpotatoey.
A little potatoey.
And then that'd be sick.
Yeah. So I actually think that. So I'm partnering on this with On Top with Anthony.
He's such a beauty.
Yeah, him and I have such a similar energy. It's so good, and we both bring like very similar skills in different areas to the table. We both know our shit very well.
He's like artsier.
Yeah, he's
He's
artsier. He is also business driven, but in his arena, his industry, where I'm very much in mine.
But he's very like, I can tell like he's got a good taste in music and people. He's just got like a really good.
Yeah. No, I agree. Him and I are a very good fit. I'm really looking forward to it. He's got a really good network. So we're on the same boat. We both have a really good team of people that could jump in there and kind of make some noise. So it's good, like literally make noise.
That's me.
Yeah. So I'm hoping to get my hands on that, close it out for October 15th, and then it'll probably be a 2 to 3 week reno.
So like ready for November.
Yeah, in that range. It's one of those projects that we might do like the main area, build out the sound stage, finish a couple rooms, and then chip away at the others. Just so you can start driving in, some revenue and get it going. You know what I mean? I would like to do a big launch before Christmas, like sometime in December, like a big like, hey, we're here, let's go. So we're excited for that. That's going to keep me quite busy. It's interesting. Like I'm feeling like last year when I decided to do two restaurants at once, everybody thought it was crazy. Maybe it was, but now we've got like 2 more restaurants, the construction company, the media studio, potentially a barber shop, our media company itself, and I'm doing other construction projects outside of our own work. That's all happening now, but no one bats an eye. And I feel like my new normal has become a much bigger desktop. I've got a lot more that I can manage at once, but honestly, it's the people. It's just people. It's like having a guy like Anthony, having someone like Amish, having people that can work within the business so that I don't have to do all of the stuff. Not that I have had to do everything, but you know what I mean? When you start out, you do a lot on your own. So I think it's really more a testament to the people that I have around me. That's why I can move a little quicker now.
Yeah. And I help you move slower.
Yeah, you do.
No, it's gonna be good.
I think it's gonna be a good year. I think 33 has been nuts for me.
Yeah. Speaking of nuts, sorry.
Yeah, I think we both are doing it.
it's we're getting comfy.
Yeah. So, what's going on with you? That's an old school thread right there, eh?
Yeah, bud. Good boy.
Yeah,
good boy action.
Fuck. That was one of the first companies I was involved in. Fuck, that was ages. It was over a decade ago now.
Yeah, I keep keeping all those shirts because
keep keeping on.
Keep keeping them because I feel like you threw all yours out.
No, I have a bunch. I put them on. Like I have a bunch of tags still on them.
Yeah,
that I just don't wear. I'm just like,
I don't wear these either. I just wear them for the podcast.
It's one of those things. Like I'm not really like.
It's a thick material. It's like
it is nice. Actually,
it's a nice winter shirt.
Yeah,
you can't wear it in the summertime because you go outside and it's like just drenched.
Soaked.
Yeah.
No, it is. It is really nice.
Yeah, they work.
Nice. So, so what are you up to? What's going on?
Just getting my content schedule ready. I'm doing all this editing, so starting to work on my own videos, this podcast. I'm gonna do something else with Elena soon, so I'm gonna have 3 videos out a week.
Nice.
Soon. I'm probably gonna wait until November because that's when I have my own setup.
Yeah, fair.
Just because it's a lot going on right now.
It's tough too. Like for me, I find with content, like we've done this. Is when you open the tap, you turn the tap on, you can't turn it off because it's so hard to bring viewers and interest back to what you're doing again. And we've made that mistake, but we cracked the top 200 for iPods, podcasts.
We have 200 iPods, guys.
We set a new record. We got 200 iPods. We're full idiots. We're in the top 200 for podcasts in Canada on Apple. Now, let me give you some frame of reference for that. I don't know if that's the top 200 out of 2 million podcasts or 222 podcasts. I have no idea. But all I know is if you go out there and vote for us and tell us we're awesome, we're mediocre, or just anything, that'd be cool. And then we can keep climbing up the ranks, and then we'll pretend we're something someday, and that'll be nice. Yeah,
cool. Yeah, man. We're going to do some guests soon. So if you give us some ratings, we can have some fun guests on the podcast. But we're going to wait until we get into the studio.
Yes, we have already 2 lined up for sure.
Yeah.
One's more business, one's more off the wall. So
one's more your style, one's more my style.
Yeah, 100%.
I like it. But also the girls have to come on because they're going to freak the fuck out if they don't come on
I
anymore.
hate that. It's like, you're doing something, I want to do it. Don't. Go do your own thing.
Well, they're both actually pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
They're entertaining. Like I feel like we understand them, right? So we get the entertainment. We understand it.
Yeah, but I mean that's the thing. Like
also, it annoys us more because
it does.
So it probably entertains a bunch of other people, and we're probably just like.
Well, I think the thing is, like, you and I actually got lucky that we are entertaining together, but we also understand each other's humor. So even if no one's around, we're both kind of like, well, that's good shit.
Yeah, that's why the podcast worked out.
Yeah.
No one's actually in the audience. Like,
no.
I'm just assuming everyone's laughing at what we're doing because
Hundo.
I'm laughing.
Enough people have reached out and been like, actually, I chatted with a couple people that have reached out and like, hey, I started listening to your podcast. I don't even know these people. I'm like, oh, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I like that. You know what I mean? It means a lot when people
pay attention to you. It's hard to get people's attention, and you have to do a lot to get it, and you have to be genuine and have something interesting going on. So I'm glad people. Yeah, I appreciate it. You're absolutely right.
Well, it's getting people to stop
what
scrolling.
They're doing. Yeah.
No, not even stop what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
They're already doing what we want them to do, but just to get them to stop scrolling.
Yeah, it's tough.
And pay attention for less than a minute.
Yeah,
it's fucking difficult.
What?
Please stand by. We're experiencing technical difficulties.
Oi, and we are back.
It's okay. I have a please stand by.
Fucking thing. Yeah, one of the things. So attention span. What I find interesting about it is Gary Vee has done a lot to follow attention. Like he says, he trades in attention. That's his idea. I totally get it. But here's my concern about attention. It seems to be getting shorter and shorter. It went from let's call it YouTube, where you give someone an hour of your time, at least 20 minutes. And then the attention shifted to Facebook, where you're scrolling and you give people 5 minutes, now 3 minutes of your time. And now it's shifted again to something like Instagram. Am I boring? Do you not have enough attention just to pay attention?
Sorry, this is literally you're on your phone the whole time. What the fuck?
So now Instagram, you get a quick scroll or less than a minute. So it's like people's attention span is tightening up so much that I wonder, what's next? Like, how do you sell something out to someone? How do you sell an idea? How do you, not even for that, but I mean, how do you build a brand if people's attention span keeps getting shorter and shorter and shorter? And even for me, if the internet doesn't work right away, I'm fucking annoyed. You know what I mean? And I'm just wondering, I don't really have a hypothesis as much as I have a concern to say, what's happening? Where is it going? What's the next step? What is the next phase of attention? Is it going to go back the other way? Remember how phones were big and then smaller, then they're like, well, fuck this. Then they're big again. Yeah. Is attention span going to go the same way? Are they going to go, wait a minute, now I want high quality content again. I'm going to ramp back up to 5 minutes, or a platform that gives me, 3 to 5 minutes of content, which is interesting because this actually might help forecast what's next in social media. I don't think it's going to revert back to Facebook. I don't think it's going to revert back to YouTube. But whatever's next may be more like Vine's coming back, like the V2 community.
I don't know if it's actually going to come back though.
No, but it will. But what I'm wondering is it going to be a bit of a flop or a flash in the pan because people's attention is going back the other way again. People are going, no. I actually want more high quality content. Like podcasts are doing better, blogs are doing better. Is it going to go back the other way? Because if it doesn't, how the fuck? What? It has, in my opinion, it kind of has to.
I think I don't know if I don't think YouTube's on its biggest rise it's ever been on. I don't think it is. I think it's huge, but I don't think it's as big as it's ever been.
No, YouTube has got a ton of content, but no, it's like.
So I mean that's long content though, and everyone has the opportunity to watch that. Or they always have.
But people always there's two phenomenon that kind of one of them is the trend of people's attention. The other is that they like something shiny and new. Every social platform, in my opinion, has gone through somewhat of a cycle. It's cyclical in nature of how it grows. It goes through this, it's new, it's shiny, everybody has a chance to break out and be a new thing, then it has some traction, then it becomes valuable, then small people advertise, then big companies advertise, then it becomes too hard, then it becomes the newspaper. Then it's you can't compete on there anymore. It's just, so... Now that YouTube's already gone through that, it'll never go back. So people will never look at that as their primary option for growth. That just won't happen because YouTube's huge and very successful and does what it does, but it's entrenched now. Facebook, same thing. So it may get a little bit of attention, but I think it's going to have to be something new because people always vie for what's next so they can try to become a star. And then the thing is, if you're vying for what's next, then you're not paying as much attention to Instagram where all the current stars are. So they don't have a choice either but to gravitate towards what you're doing because that's where the audience's attention is going. I think the next big social platform could be something that does have a focus on 3 to 5 minute content, maybe 2 minute 2 to 3 minute content, whatever the fuck it is, whatever it's going to be. You know, because I feel like we've dumbed down, I say that loosely, but I feel like our attention span, I should say, has dumbed down as much as it will. But what's next? Like flashes of photos? Like Snapchat's already gone. In my opinion, Snapchat's already done its thing. It's phasing out. You know? So like
Snapchat's the same thing as Instagram, it's just shittier.
Yeah, well, the problem with Snapchat is they didn't capitalize on their ability to monetize their platform. So in my opinion, they're fucked. Like their stock price is garbage. It's like half of what it was when it came out.
Doesn't Gary Vee own like half of that shit?
I think he's got a certain investment in it, but I have a good feeling he dumped a lot of what he had in there. But maybe not. He knows attention better than I do, but I would bet he probably dumped a fair amount of it. So anyway, I don't know. For me, I find it it's an open conversation. I don't have any, particular.
I think it can dumb down again. I think it can go between. I think it can go like 15 seconds. Because like honestly, the Vine 2. What's Vine 2? Is Vine 2 7 seconds?
What were Vines originally?
7 seconds.
They might go 15.
Yeah, I was just say like I don't see them doing the exact same thing again.
No.
And I don't see them going to a minute because then that'd be Instagram but shittier again.
Right, but I just feel like that kind of content will I think it will soak up like. It'll be good, interesting content for young minds, but I really don't think people will gravitate towards it long term. I just don't think it's there. Like I think
young minds is what creates YouTube stars right now because that's what everyone like Cardi B, like fucking Cody Co, all these people that are huge right now.
A lot of them were.
Everyone's a Vine star. Everyone that Elena ever fucking follows at all is a Vine star. I'm like, how the fuck do you know who they are?
Yeah,
Vine. I thought Vine was a thing for 15 seconds, literally 7. But like I thought I knew I saw it come up and then I saw it just
they had 200 million users and I don't know what they did that went wrong with it, but they have 200 million users and then it just started to flop. Like the financial side of it was just garbage. It somehow just became spammy. I think like there was a lot of memes and a lot of shit. Like there's no way to monetize it. So if you own something, it's great to have the attention and have the landscape, but if you can't actually use the landscape to get anything out of it, the fuck use is it?
Yeah,
and I think that's what happened. Like it was bought for a lot of money and just it's kind of
it was
basically, yeah. But anyway, I mean, I guess we'll see what happens.
And what's his name? Just got 1 million subscribers. He just got it sent in the mail today.
Who's that?
YouTube just sent him a fucking gold plaque with like a mirror on it.
Who's
Cody Co.
Oh yeah,
finally got 1 million.
He's actually does pretty good stuff, even though sometimes it's like
some of it's a little wishy-washy.
Yeah,
and a lot of it is clickbaiting. He does a lot of clickbaiting with everyone does, but all the big stars. But he does a lot of clickbaiting by making fun of other stars. He'll make fun of people that have twice the subscribers he does. So their name will be in his title. So if people search that person, his shit will pop up.
Yeah. Attention span.
I know. I was like, I'll get him. No, but like he puts so much like clickbaiting is huge. Like you need to put like they fuck the pictures, the actual thumbnail. It'll be like their face on top of the most like exciting part of the video.
They know what they're doing.
Like hold on, like there's one guy, fucking David Dobrik. You ever heard of him?
No, sounds like a stupid name.
No, he's a Vine star as well. He's fucking huge. And he just broke up with his girlfriend a little while ago. What's her name? I don't even know her name, but she's like 3 times the followers he does, and he's huge already. But it's fucked. Like he clickbaits his shit so hard. His wife not happy about this. Brackets surprise. 2 girls in the background, and then he clickbaits with another picture over the actual video with like every video. He made out with her grandma. Brackets first time, and then inside of it's like him making it with a grandma, and then the other guy's like like in the thumbnail. People clickbait so hard. All their shit on YouTube, like
it's
this.
So for me, I guess my problem is with attention too. And maybe people pay attention.
People need that shit to click stuff though. They're like,
memory card.
We went 7 more minutes? Yeah, it looks like we did.
All right,
let's get back into this one. People need to get cameras with longer memory cards. Jonathan needs to eat a potato. Cunt watch!
What do you want to do?
What?
What do you want to do?
But what? We don't really have much choice. We have to get better memory cards.